What's up, you guys? So, you haven't the slightest idea what it took for me to be able to do this live with you guys. Lighting is terrible, I know. You try to get turned around here. I don't know if anybody will show up because the other one, I started it and then boom, my laptop dies, right? Of course it did, right? And here's the thing where we've been moving, I don't know where any of the cords are. And the one that I normally use, Sadie has it, and she has to have it because of school. She went with her Grammy. They're getting ready actually to go to the beach for a week. And I just can't tell you how much that means to me because, I always wanted that the trips with like my grandparents or my parents to somewhere like special, like the beach or Disney World. And, it never happened. So I'm really happy for Sadie. I'm happy that she has someone that loves her that much and she's not going to feel unloved and all of that. Hey, Chastity, how are you, my baby girl? I have missed you. Um, so let me start it out. I want to be organized with this video. First of all, let me tell you what I had to go through to get here. Sorry about the noise. But anyways, bye guys. See ya. Who won? Who won the pool game?
Well, I'll turn back around. He won it.
Oh shit, I won. Oh gosh, be careful. All right. So, anyways, y'all, at the house we haven't got our internet installed yet, right? Of course, but we can get it there. Thank the Lord. Um, and so I was like, Eric's at work. The truck has a flat. He's got to change it for me tomorrow, and he's got the car. And walking is really good for your brain. It's good to help with depression, all that good stuff, right? So I was like, fine, I'm just gonna walk, get service, and do a live. Well, the live that I started couldn't do it because on a mobile device, and where I haven't done this in so long, I had to download all this stuff. Well, it still would not work. So I had to get on StreamYard, use a different account, and blah, blah, blah. Here we are. I had to walk literally 2 miles down to the game room so that because I get service here, because it's almost in town. And yeah, thank God they love me here because I used to love to play Keno. But let's get back on topic. This isn't about me. I mean, of course, I tell you all everything, right? Hey, Vanessa, how are you? But like what I wanted to tell you guys. So with YouTube, I've worked some things out. I'm not going to be able to get my old channel back. I have to get a new AdSense account. And this one is just like, I cannot make any money from YouTube, right? So anything that I put into it, it's going to come from my pocket. So what I'm going to do, I've gotten approval for it. I'm going to create a new channel. I'm going to start fresh and we're going to build it up like we did before with good old traditional videos and, of course, minding our own business, right? um, but like I wanted to say about the Petito case, let's start there. Let me light my cigarette. But how is everyone also? Have you guys been doing good? I hope so. Chastity, I seen a picture of you and you looked hot, girlfriend. Very cute. All right. So the couple from Utah, Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner, on August 13th. Now, August the 13th. Remember these dates. Write them down, whatever you got to do. Get your notebook out and an ink pen. Last seen alive on August the 13th. And it gets crazier, okay? This timeline matches up with the Petito timeline, sort of. I mean, it kind of intertwines with it. The bodies were found on August the 18th near Moab. And get this, they were also found at a popular, what, I don't even know what this is. Oh, a popular national park. Gabby and Brian traveled through Moab. And yes, another, what have I even written? I don't even know. But Colin worked at the co-op where the argument took place between Gabby and Brian, where it was reported from. They called 911, and then the cops ended up pulling them over. Right? We seen that body cam footage. So that was because someone from the co-op called 911 because they were arguing. And Kylan worked there. Remember this. Crystal's lady, worked at the co-op. Let's see. So Kylan and Crystal, they also loved to camp. They were outdoorsy, Female couple, beautiful, like loved everybody. Um, very hippie like me, just love the world. Um, let's see. So this couple was camping. They had moved their campsite because they called 911 and they said there was a creepy man and he just like wouldn't leave around from their campsite. So they moved their campsite. And they called, like I said, they called 911 to have them like come out and look or something. And then get this, I mean, then they're dead. They find them dead. They're reported missing, and there they are at a national park dead. After Kylan worked at the co-op, right? The argument took place there. 911 was called, and then they got pulled over, and all that shit happened, caused Brian so much stress. Fuck Brian, okay? Poor little Gabby, like, you could tell she is like me. She's a protector. She wasn't going to say anything to get him in trouble in any way, shape, or form, right? And yes, Chastity, that both cases are absolutely heartbreaking. And I find it so strange that this case isn't being talked about more. Because here's the thing. This is intertwined. It's way too much of a coincidence for Brian and Gabby to have gotten in an argument there. Gabby is found dead out in the woods like that. Then these girls are. And maybe Kylan had confronted him or something. You never know. Or here's what I was thinking. So we know that Brian was making these weird flights back and forth. He called mommy and daddy, to let them know and was trying to fix things. Because we also know from the autopsy that her body was out there for 3 to 4 weeks. So here he is making these trips. Do you think it's possible that he could say, oh, well, I had flown back home, come back, and I was so scared because I found her body. It was someone else killed her. And then here these 2 girls are found murdered. And he can say there's a serial killer. There's somebody out there. Or maybe he's trying to make it as if there's a serial killer that killed Gabby, killed those girls, and done away with him. I don't know how that would work, but I mean, these are just scenarios, right? If you guys have any like things like that in your mind that could be possible, let me know in the comments. You know, I was just like brainstorming. So he's making these trips back and forth. I really truly believe that he was going to try to say, or if he's found ever, he's going to say, I was gone. I come back. She was, I couldn't find her, or I came back and she was dead and I didn't know what to do. I was so scared because I knew that this had happened, this body cam footage, these cops pulled us over. And I just knew that I was going to be the guy that went down for it, right? He's going to say that. Is it possible that there is someone else out there that murdered these girls? Is it possible? And then, I mean, I don't lean that way, but this world is so strange. Look at the things that happen to everyone. Look at the unjust, the unfairness of just life in general, right? He was give any and every excuse possible. Yeah, you know. And then so let's see. Do you honestly believe that this is just a coincidence that these girls are dead, Gabby's dead, the argument took place there, 911 was called? You know what I'm saying? It just seems like she was targeted because of that. Now, who else other than Brian is going to have a problem with these girls? It's him. I mean, obviously. All right. Remember theory number 3. The flight could have been set up for Brian to say that he didn't murder Gabby because he had flown back to Florida and then back to Wyoming where he found the van, but no Gabby. Or he planned to say that he found her dead and he just ran. That's what we just kind of spoke about. Could Brian have killed the couple to make this seem like there's a serial killer? Plus, he may have blamed Kylan for the call that was made on him and Gabby and concerning the fight, and then he went for it. Or could there be a serial killer? I know that's what it is. Is it possible that Brian may have an accomplice? I don't think so. But I have seen people saying, oh, well, he may have had help. Maybe he did. But, well, I mean, maybe somebody flew back with him and, they laid low. That is very possible. Daddy Dearest could have come back and just thought he had it all planned out. Dude, my eyebrow looks so thick in this lighting. Let's see. Remember, he had an altercation with Kyle Schultz at the Moonflower in Moab. It's not likely that there is multiple serial killers. Exactly, Chastity. But I mean, do you think that maybe he was thinking this? Like trying to cover his tracks, trying to think of ways to make it seem as if he had nothing to do with it, right? Okay. So police are denying that there isn't any connection. There are some investigators that are checking it out and trying to see if there's any connection possibility whatsoever. Um, Private Detective Jason Jensen is sure that there are too many connections. See you later. Let's see. August 13th through the 15th. We don't know where Gabby and Brian were necessarily, right? At 5:30 a.m. on August 15th, the girls were no show to work. Who is this creepy man that they called about, right? Was it Brian? Was it someone else? We don't know. But it's just so strange, you know? Um, why was he creepy to the girls? What was he doing? Was he just staring at them? I mean, there had to have been something else to it. I really wish the girls would have described this man, explained exactly to the T what he was doing, all of that, what direction he was going in when they moved, what did he do? Just to give us more of a sense of where he was at, what he looks like, who to look for. Was it Brian? Oh yeah, he's a typical narcissistic person. He don't do no wrong, and of course, he will give away any excuse possible to place the blame on someone other than him. Exactly, because I mean, he's trying to manipulate this situation. Here he is missing, right? Okay, and his parents make it seem as if he's down there in the swamp. His car's there, all this, and that. They've got some guy going out through there, right? Um, I think it's all set the fuck up. I do. I honestly believe this with all of my heart and soul. Okay. Eastern Kentucky, um, all of West Virginia, people mind their own business. They don't, most people are not like me. They don't watch the news. They don't learn about these cases. They have no fucking idea who is being like looked for, who's murdered. They don't know. I'm actually going to, with a video kind of started to show you guys how far I walked and all this stuff. Um, I'm going to go to West Virginia. Eric works over there. Um, well, he is now, by the way, just so you all know. It's things are going good. He's got his own little thing going on. It's his business, so I'm proud of him. We've worked so hard to come back from Corona, you know. But so I'm going to go to different places, the smallest towns, and I'm going to ask like people working at gas stations, post office, if they're aware of the case, if they know about Gabby, and if they've ever seen Brian, or have they possibly seen him come through there, right? I just want to get an idea and prove that it's highly likely he could come live in Eastern Kentucky or anywhere in West Virginia. And as long as he kept his nose clean and didn't fuck up, it would be hard to find him. I mean, he could get fucking pulled over by the cops, most likely, most of the cops, and they would have no idea who the hell he was and let him go, unless he, like I said, jacked up and yeah. And his parents are way too calm, too. So called not know where he is. How do you not report your child grown not missing? They helped him escape. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. They are connected to this, and I believe that they should be apprehended like now. It's 100% obvious. I mean, the sister, right? Look at how she acted. Look how she's just like, I don't know. She does know, I believe. And that's why she said what she said, because she didn't want to go against her family, but also she wasn't protecting them, right? Let's see. Could the creepy man actually have been Brian? I have to say yes, especially the more we find out about this and all the crazy movements and flights. He hitchhiked and was acting strange. Like, yeah. Did you guys see the TikTok? Like all the TikToks, there was tons, right? The girl at the oh goodness, the restaurant where they were like arguing. She was embarrassed, upset, and he was just being an absolute prick. And then you've got the girl and the guy who said that he was hitchhiking, um, like they're at the park, like near one of the buildings, and they gave him a ride. And he was acting fucking weird. He wanted to go to one place, and when they explained where they were going, he just like fucking freaked and wanted out of the vehicle. Oh my God. Hey, buddy. I love you. Mwah. Buddy is my family and he is my bestie. I love Buddy more than anything. This case seriously has me to where it's the first thing I check on. Yes, this is like what's to me. I'm drawn to this case. I'm passionate. I'm checking it out, trying to learn every detail. And it brought me back, and I'm thankful for it because I don't know. I have this special connection with you guys. I don't care if this grows huge or whatever, but I do want to continue to create really good content and hopefully help somebody. And Cassie lied about the last time seeing her brother. They all a bunch of dirty laundries. Absolutely. I honestly do though. I do believe that Cassie has good intentions, but she's like stuck between a rock and a hard place. But she's got to think, what if Gabby was her child? What would she want done? I know it's her brother, but Cassie is dead. Or God, I'm so sorry. Gabby is dead, and Brian most likely is not. I hope I'm not moving too much. I don't have like anything with me. So let's see. Investigators in Florida have now brought in cadaver dogs to search for Brian's possible remains since they haven't found him alive. And the reason they brought in is because since this started, you know, the swamp was flooded. The water was up so high that, the dogs were having to sniff through the water and whatnot. And when it went down, it's possible that they could have gotten a better scent. Um, so let's see here. Is Brian dead or alive? What do you think? Do you think he's committed suicide? Do you think he's been murdered? Do you think he's just missing and his parents have helped him? Or do you think he just ran away and that. So yes, oh my God, that's what I said. I cried when they found her body as I knew my heart is so broken. Yeah, it's absolutely awful. Hey, Amanda, girlfriend, thank you. Sometimes I see your lives and I watch them, not signed in because, I just kind of had to take my time away from YouTube and everything. I needed a mental health break. And honest to God, when I started this, I was depressed. I was down and it brought me up, right? Um, and I've heard other YouTubers talk about it, the crash. Uh, and coming back, I've tried several times, right? And it just was not right. I did not have the passion or the want to do it like when I started. And it's not going to be good for you guys. It's not going to be good for me. It's not going to be good for anyone. The content's going to be trash if you're not into the case or into whatever you're creating. So it was very important to me to stick to what I love. And when this case come, I hate that it happened, but it brought me back to life in the sense of creating and using my brain, getting out of the house and not being so down and out. So it helps me be a better mother. It helps me be a better wife. It just helps me be a better person. But hey, Amanda, I love you, baby girl. Please share, like, subscribe if you haven't. We will be moving from this channel. I'm going to start fresh. I just want to start with one subscriber, boom, 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 work our way back up. That's what's going to happen. You look so much better and happy, my dear. You go, oh, babe, thank you. I am. I needed that mental health break. Like, it wasn't just YouTube. It was just like a big clusterfuck of things going on in my life, all the hurt and pain. And I knew that I was going to have to move after I thought the situation was good. I bought the trailer and whatnot. But then after I paid it off, she was like, well, you've got to buy the land or you're out. So I sold it and we ended up with a great thing. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm never giving my address out ever fucking again. Y'all know why. I don't want no fucking SWAT called on my house, or I don't want no yeah, none of that. Welfare checks. No, thank you. Uh but it's just really sad that YouTube is so fucking lazy and they don't listen. You can't explain things when you do an appeal. You can't explain things in just normal language like this. It has to be in legal terms and stats and whatnot, and I don't fucking know. Well, my AdSense in the middle of this not too long ago, and when I had not been on there and touched it, okay, somebody gone there and apparently there was some type of click activity. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it caused my AdSense to be completely taken down. Well, I explained to them I didn't fucking do it. That's just like the other stuff that was done. I fucking had no idea. I mean, if I do something, I will admit to it. Yes, some of the things that were done in the past, I handled them absolutely improperly, but I was going through like a fucking mental breakdown. No shit. I know I was right about most of it. I didn't lie and I was very honest, but I let it get to me. And I don't do that. Brittany, don't fucking let bullshit get to her, right? But I did. I fell to that level and I allowed it to break me down. And I have vowed to never fucking do that again. I'm going to make my content with you guys, stick to my shit. If there's something I want to talk about, I'll talk about it. But I'm not ever going back to the situation that we were in before. I felt that collaborating with the YouTubers, helping each other and being a family was like amazing. And it was, but people get jealous, people get greedy. And a lot of people are really in just to the money. And at that one point in time, I was broke. I mean, it was a situation where I needed so much help and I'm still broke. I still need help sometimes, but, you know what I'm saying? Like now I don't have to do that. We are fine. And I'm just doing this because I want to, because I love it. Am I going to create a new channel so that I can get compensation for my hard work? Absolutely. But it'll be coming from YouTube and my hard work that I put in for them to get money for their views and whatnot, and people spend money on the ads, you know. I'm definitely not explaining myself. I needed to tell you guys this. You know what I'm saying? It's important. It's part of our journey in this, and what happened and why I went away, you know? So I think it could help other people too. So if they're in a situation where people are fucking harassing them and going after them and ruining their reputation and their channel and hacking them and making other channels that are similar in name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna start a new channel and work my way up. You all know I have. I actually need to create new ones because, like, I was not joking when I said everything was hacked. Um, hey babe, how are you? Hey Meg. Let's see. Let's see. Definitely good to take a break from the mess on YouTube is worth being a da da da. No need to explain yada yada. Okay, and here's another thing. So I had all the mods right, and I loved my girls, but like some of them were play. It was just crazy. It became like a fucking movie. Like you got spies, like no, like people I thought that were my really close friends. Like I got really close to all of these girls, right? Most of them were awesome, but then there were the few that were just there to fuck with me, to constantly tell me what was going on, to get me upset, even though normally I wouldn't give a fuck. But when you see it all the time and you can't like get away from it, you know, it does eventually wear you down. It's worse now. Oh, I don't care if it's worse. I really don't because I'm not involved with it. I'm starting fresh. I'm nobody right now. You know, this is yeah. Let's see. No, I know I was just saying, oh, I love you, Amanda. I know. That's what I've went through since the day I started mine and still am. Well, sort of. I've been trying more and more to ignore it. You coming back is super commendable and inspiring. Oh my fucking